working on the block swap. So I thought it'd be nice to hang out with some of you and sew. So if you could hear me, maybe you can't. I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me see. If you can hear me, please make a comment. If you can't, please let me know. But we're going live because and we're live in a different part of my house. Yeah, so y'all, this is where I used to film before. Is there anybody here? Hopefully somebody comes and joins my live today. Anyway, so let's see. If you're here and you can hear me well, please let me know. There's 3 people here. Hopefully you can see a comment. Can I see a comment? I'm using the phone, and if the phone is cutting on and off, please let me know, because if not, I could go upstairs and go get my switcher, and I can see, okay, hi, how are you? Betty, how are you? I'm here sewing today on my own. I'm, getting parts of the block swap ready. I had a friend who was gonna do this one, and I wanted to do it for her. Well, anyway, these are gonna be mine anyway, because I think I wanna do one of the block swaps a different design. So, a lady I was gonna be sewing for a couple of days, and I don't tend to sit and sew that much because I'm always upstairs long arming, and hopefully you guys could see me well. Let me see. Hopefully you can see me better than you normally can see me. Hopefully my fan. Anyway, let's see. So how are you? Can you hear me well? Can you hear me? Look at, I need my barrettes. Look at my hair. It's a lot. My hair's a lot. Anyway, let me see if I can get barrettes. Hold on. I hate my hair being a mess because um I think when your hair is out of order, you're out of order. All right, let me get my hair up. Gonna look like an old lady today. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I could get this good. How are you guys today? So hopefully, please tell me on the comments that the live is kicking in and out and it's not a good live because I'm doing the live on my phone. Hopefully also too, I have my headsets on. I don't know if it's connected to the phone. You're cold and without power in Kansas? I'm so sorry. Wow. That's not good. Okay. Well, I hope you get power. Do you have a charger for your phone? I don't want you to be using your phone. Okay, my cat. Okay. Do I look like an old lady? Yeah, I am an old lady, so okay. It is what it is. So today what I'm doing is let me see. Let me see your comments. We're having a blizzard in Nebraska. Wow. In Texas, it's beautiful. Sorry. It's sunny out here. A little bit windy. Is it even gloomy? Not even gloomy. Is it gloomy outside? So it's a nice day outside here, over here. Um, I hope you have better weather. Can you hear me well though? Can you hear me? We're almost 80. Hold on, let me see. Where is it? We were at almost 80 yesterday. My question for you, because you live in probably colder weather, is 80 hot? Because 80 degrees is cool weather here in Texas. It's nice and cool. But it's nice and cold. So today I'm working on making half square triangles, so I thought I could bring you along and have you hang out with me. I don't have the switcher up here because if the phone is kicking on and off and you can't hear me well, let me know. I'll go get off of this live and turn around and get the switcher and then set up a couple cameras and then we can go from there. But if this is okay, no, 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 but nice spring weather now. I'm sorry to hear about the weather out there. It's spring weather here in Texas, but it's like 80 degrees too. So I'm chain piecing my square triangles. Uh, I have sorted them. Y'all wanna see my block that I made? There's 12 people here. Can you please comment if the volume is well? Because I really hate going back on lives, and then when I look at the live that I hear when people miss the live and now they're coming back to see the live, they're like, "We didn't hear anything. There was no volume." And then 11 minutes in, there was no volume and you guys couldn't hear me. Okay, you're good. From Oregon. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. You guys wanna see the block swaps I've done? And then I wanted to start, designing the shirts for would y'all wanna see a video on how I design a design I have 2 design apps. One is called Make the Cut, and another design app is called Procreate, where I use both of them to do an SVG cut. I design on Procreate, send it on an SVG, then I clip it together on Make the Cut, and these are just, like, programs I use, and design something for I do it also for the laser, but I also do it for, vinyl cutting. So, would you guys like to watch the video for that? Oh, sorry. Because right now and I hope the sewing machine is not annoying to y'all. Because right now, I am piecing all these pieces when I did that pattern for the, I'm cutting all these. I was gonna do a live stream on TikTok, but God, TikTok's weird sometimes. I like their algorithm in the sense of but it doesn't send like here, if I just start doing a live, it automatically notifies all my subscribers and lets them know that I'm going live. And some people are like, I missed your live. And that could be because either YouTube unsubscribed or, of course, sometimes it doesn't even tell you. YouTube. But YouTube's better here in the sense that it will um, notify people who do watch me, and then y'all will know that I'm live. So if you are on here and you didn't get notifications that you're live, you need to just probably check if you're still subscribed because on YouTube, if you don't watch your content creator, if you miss more than 3 of their videos, what happens is YouTube feels like you're disinterested. So one, it stops sending you notification, and since it stops notifying you to watch, it also turns around and unsubscribes you. That's fine, whatever. It's YouTube. So here, how you doing, good? You can hear me fine from North Arizona. Nice to see you. We're in a different room, praise the Lord. We're not long arming today. Isn't that a blessing? We're not long arming. We're gonna do something different today. I want to like change some of the content here and open it up for other things. I you wanna see something I got from my birthday? Let me see. I got uh I got this weird camera. Apparently you could run with it and it's stable. Let me see. Hey, and it follows you. It just happened. Anyway, so I got this new camera. So let's see. Right. So I could film me doing a live. That's just that would be weird, right? But yeah, you made it. Glad to see you, Aubrey. Also, too, I got your blocks. Some of y'all blocks are beautiful. Just say, but I got this new camera. Isn't it neat? Um, we'll see how I like it. It follows you around, like it follows the face. It anyway. And then look, ah, and that delicious. And just delicious. But I want to do other content. Did it turn this? And then it turns this off and it goes into it. I want to do other content. For example, I lost 40 pounds and I did a scan the other day. And they said one of the things I was concerned from losing so much weight recently is that, the way I'm losing weight, that I may have lost muscle mass and also to bone density because 'cause I'm 53. So I did a scan and they said that the muscle mass is really good on pretty much all of my body, except I was 99%, 99.2% on one side of the leg and 99.4% on one side of the leg, and so they want you to be at 100% in every area of body. But, one of the things that that scan told me is that my muscle is great, my bones are great, but of course, I still need to lose another 53 pounds. So I wanted to do another video. My little dogs are fighting. You want to see them play? Um, I wanted to do another channel, which I don't even know if I could even do another channel right now, but of how I learned or trained myself to lose weight. I'm not on Ozempic because some people were asking me if I was taking any of the semaglutide kind of medicine kind of stuff. Um, I'm not on any of that, praise the Lord. I don't want to take, I don't trust. My mom was a diabetic teacher, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician. Let me just clarify that. But my mom was a nurse, and one of the things she talked about is that when you start taking um, different types of insulin, that it could, the body said, she says the body is lazy and it doesn't want to work sometimes or gets lazy. So if the body is given insulin, um, that the body stops making insulin. So I have tried, I don't want to take any type of form of insulin or medicine like that because I don't want my pancreas to stop working. But anyway, I'm not a doctor, so don't take my advice. So I've tried to lose this weight naturally. And so, yeah, but this is not a weight channel. This is a quilting channel. But I was thinking of doing a videos of sharing how, because I've been overweight for a long time because I had 5 kids. I've been overweight um, for quite a while. But I wanted to share how I've been like working on that. But I got a scan. I was so happy that the way I'm losing weight, it's not affecting my muscle mass and it's not affecting my bones. So that was like, goals. Okay. But I wanted to add different content on here because I'm sure y'all are wondering, like, what the hell is she doing? That maybe I don't even care either. But either way. But I know when I watch somebody who is chubby as I've been and they see someone lose weight, I kind of want to know what they're doing or how they're figuring that out because I use eating for emotional support. It's my it's my it's my go-to. I don't do drugs, I don't drink alcohol, and I don't have cigarettes. So the issue, the way I cope with my problems is through food. Hey, stop. So yeah, but anyway, let's see. Um, okay. I'm sorry about your pancreas. Yeah, that's it. I've been doing good. Well, I could literally tell you one of the things that I have done to lose weight, and it's just really easy. There's a hold on, can hopefully you can hear me. There is an app called caloriecounter.net. And what I did is when I went to Big Ben, I was about, I'm going to share how much I weighed. I was about 259 when I went to Big Ben in November of 2022, 23, 23. And we went there and I did a lot of cardio. I did a lot of running around trying to condition my heart to be able to go at Big Ben. And when I got there, I did one of the smallest trails where I did 3 mistakes. One mistake was I took a backpack that broke on me. Mistake number 2, I didn't eat breakfast when it really was like almost an 8-mile trail. Well, it wasn't a big trail, or it was a 5-mile trail. So I didn't eat breakfast because I thought it was a small trail. But any trail in Big Ben, it's a hard trail. And the third thing I did wrong is, I didn't eat very well the night before. So I didn't eat a lot of carbs the night before, and I didn't eat very much breakfast that day. So when I went there, I felt so defeated because I couldn't do the smaller trails. So, um, there's the app that's called caloriecounter.net, and anytime I did an app where you're counting calories, they never worked for me because would add working out to them. I would add, and so anytime you add moderate working out, extreme working out, or little working out, they add about 2 to 300 calories varying the kind of working out you did. So one time I did, when I left Big Ben defeated and discouraged, um, I knew a big factor was that was I'm also carrying a lot of weight. And I went back in January and I trained differently. I bodybuilt. I was bodybuilding for about 3 weeks, and it really did help me. And when I went to Big Ben, I did the big giant trails, which is South Rim, Emory. I did Window Trail, and I made it. I made it with a 50-pound backpack, which was horrible, and I still had a lot of weight on me, but I made it, and I think something in my brain, being able to do something so extremely hard, did something to my brain, like, if I could do this, I could get my weight off. Because to me, my weight is like climbing a mountain. Like, it really is. Getting my weight off is like getting a mountain off of me. Um, but when I was there was that app, and it said they had a zigzag program where, so let's say, and this is just like an analogy, it's not exactly how it is. They'll give you 4 numbers, 1, your maintenance, um, another one is to lose point 0.5 pound, point 0, point 0.5 pounds, point 0.5, half a pound. Lose a Then they have another number to lose 1 pound or to lose 2 pounds, which they say extreme. And then if you look in that app, it's called caloriecounting.net. If you look in that app, they have a zigzag program where 2 days or every other day, one day it's 1,200 calories, let's say, another day it's 1,500 calories, another day is 1,300 calories, and you just go based on those calories. So when I saw that, I was like, I've always done apps and they give you this set number and you're supposed to every day hit that goal number. Well, I'm not very good at structure. And not that I'm not good at structure, is like if I have a job to do, I can do it. Like I could quilt 5 quilts in one day, but to be doing that for 5 days is not my, like, I need a day off, or I need a day where I only do 2 quilts, or a day where I only do a couple, right? And I think you kinda need to learn yourself. So I did the zigzag program, and the way I did it is on my weight, my age, I put 0 working out, and so it gave me a set number, and in different apps, the numbers will be different, right? So on this app, they were kind of low, the calories were kinda low, and what I ended up doing is I did that zigzag program, but I made my own. So 2 days I would eat smaller because I didn't know hunger cues anymore, and I was in a habit of, eating large was normal, and eating large was normalized, so I had to learn what it was to eat smaller, kind of. Does that make sense? So, I would do a low-calorie day, and I would do 2 low days, and my and let's just keep in mind, let's say the low days would be for me with a base weight that I had was 1,300 calories. That was a low day, 1,300 calories, 1,300 calories. Then I would do a maintenance day, which I would eat 15 to 1,700 calories the 3rd day. So I would do 2 low, 1 high, 2 low, 1 high. And then if I screwed up, any type of screw up, which we screw up, I didn't give myself permission to disqualify myself at all. I never said I stopped being negative about food, I stopped thinking about food negatively, and I stopped kinda, like, punishing myself for it. So, I literally had to work on that here, and, so if I messed up, let's say if I was on a low day and I overate that day, I would just say, "Well, it's okay. Today I'm gonna eat maintenance, and I'm gonna eat that, and it's okay. It's okay. Tomorrow you could go back to your low day." And if maybe the next day I didn't hit that boundary line of the low day, but I hit the, well, extreme was 1,200, maybe 1.5 calories. Yeah, point 0.5 of a calorie was 1,300, and I hit that goal. I would just give myself almost like 4 goals. With the lowest, the medium to lowest, the not too low, the high, and I would allow myself to zigzag between those numbers. As long as I hit maintenance, I was good, and the days when you hit maintenance, it's a good thing because, I think it's a blessing for me because they said I didn't lose any muscle mass and I didn't lose any bone density. And then so I would hit a maintenance day and I would try to hit a lower food day. And I would allow myself to feel hunger cues because I lost that. I lost that from honestly the binging. I was a night binger and I'm still a night eater. I really am a night eater. And at the time, I'm gonna share too, I hurt my back. So I stopped working out because I hurt my back. I don't know if you remember when I was doing the custom quilt, I really hurt my back. And that hurting my back kind of like woke me up like, you know what, you need to get this weight off of you because maybe if you have less weight, you won't have this amount of back pain. And I've always thought like if I worked out, I would lose weight. Well, I was working out. Let me tell you, I don't know how much I was working out. Anyway, I was working out a lot. I would roller skate for like 2 hours. I would bench press for 2 hours. I would go running at night and nothing would get the weight off. So when I stopped working out and I just started dealing with my eating, it just got better. I know this is not an eating channel, but whatever. I was just sharing. I did a zigzag process. So low days, high day, low days, high day. And we honestly eat that way. So like probably on Saturday or the weekend you eat more and throughout the week you eat less. And then just program your program based on your lifestyle, and that really helped me. And then I didn't weigh myself at all for about a month while I did the program. Don't weigh yourself at all. Don't. Don't even weigh yourself. And it was kinda neat the first time I weighed myself, I was surprised that I lost, like, 10 pounds. I was so excited, like, "I lost 10 pounds!" And so but I just did the program. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. You wanted to get a long arm and you're, being a bit nervous. I found a charity. Oh. Sandra, I'm so glad you're working on your long arm. Okay, you have a long arm already, right? But you were afraid of starting to work on quilts because you didn't know if you could do it. And now they gave you charity quilts and now you're going to practice. I'm really proud of you, girl. You go, go. You go. That's a blessing. Use your machine. Use it. Use your machine and love it. Love it a lot. A lot. Because like Um, I think when I first got my machine, I didn't really use it that much, and I'm kinda mad about myself about it. I did use it, but not as much as I should have been using it. Does that make sense? Use your toys, all of them, every toy you have. Like, I got this camera, I'm gonna use it a lot. I'm gonna put it in my purse, I'm gonna carry it with me, I'm gonna use it a lot. Use the things you love, then I think it's worth the money you put into them. And if you're not using what you love, for example, let me say, I wanna share this because I think this was such a sweet gift, and I'll read your comment down here, hold on. I ended up buying, you know those diamond crystal things? Diamond people share videos on them. It's diamond it's diamond something. Alright, let's see. Um, I ended up buying a whole bunch of it, and I'm gonna share with you. Let me move here. I'm gonna show you my block swaps. Y'all can see my block swaps. Um, let me see. There's I raised the light. It looks different in here. Doesn't it look different in here? Da-da-da-da-da. Maybe here, I'll turn that light off. Do you like the light on or off? Alright, hold on. Hold on. Is it better? I think it's better, right? Better. Because the camera doesn't change. Look, I'm gonna share with you. Oh, and I wanted to say thank you if to some of you who are just so sweet. Let me get this. Hold on. Can you get off, Roxy? Here, Roxy, go. I don't want you here. Here, go. All right, good job. Now you can stay with me. So I went and I got these diamond things. And I got it because one of my sweet, sweet friends, and you guys have seen her when I've done the 24-hour lives, Mrs. Jones gave me a whole bunch of Oh, hold on. My life. Okay, come on. Loose light. Mrs. Jones gave me one of these diamond things. You know what I'm talking about? These little diamond crystal things. She gave it to me of a like a featherweight or Singer sewing machine, and she wants to sit down and do it with me. And she's so sweet. I would love to sit down and do it with her, but I have so much work sometimes that I don't have time to sit down and do stuff. I have time to like to be in the back, long arm, get clients' quilts done, doing like I'm hustling out there, right? So I don't have a lot of time to sit. And so because she gave me those diamond things, I went and I bought this one, and let me see if I can. I think I've shown this before. Um, and one of my clients told me, her name is Michelle. Um, she told me she loved this. So I literally bought the case. I bought probably 4 of these. Um, I went crazy buying them because I thought that it would be something I would enjoy to do. And I got little ones, and I did these little ones with my grandchildren, and it was just not my thing. It's not my thing. But I'm the kind of person that when I start wanting to do something, I get, like, the container, I get the tools because I want to enjoy it, right? And I also think it's something about, I like buying it too. Like, I like buying, like, the trinkets, the tools that go with it, but it was not my thing. So if you have something that's not your thing, then it's kinda neat. The Holy Spirit brought me Miss Michelle, and she's a client who I do long-arm quilting for, and she's like, "You know the thing I," and I had I had everything in a bag, and I said, "You know what? I need to just give this away to somebody who would want it. Just bless them with it." And then out of nowhere, she's like, "You know what I love? You know what I love?" And I'm like, "What do you love?" And she told me she loved this, and hopefully she'll watch this video. And then she made me this tray that I have all my sewing stuff in. She made me this sweet, beautiful tray. I love this tray that I have all my pieces for my block swap in. And let me show you what she did for me. And I just lost my dog. I lost one of my little dogs, and I had to put one of my little dogs to sleep. And like I said, I bought a whole bunch of these, and she made me, where is it? Hold on. It's all suspense. She made me this. Stop. Isn't that neat? Can you hear me better? Okay, hold on. I'm not seeing your all's comments because I think you guys are okay. I love Okay, you're working on a quilt. Okay. So she made me this, and that's sweet. So now and she put the tray and everything for me and painted it yellow. And I was the week that she gave me this, I was 7 days in where I put Lily to sleep. And she gifted this to me, and I thought it was such a sweet, sweet gift. So now, um, I'm putting all my quilting stuff in here because I'm working on block swaps. I'm putting all my quilting stuff in here, and it's like my cut organizer with all my tools, like my sewing tools, my marking tools too. Let's see. That's sweet. So sometimes, like if you have something and you're not using it anymore, I recommend you pray for God to bring you a person that would use it. And not only did she use them, she gave them back to me. Like, isn't that wonderful? Anyway, Miss Mitchell, um, her name is Michelle. She's a wonderful client. And then let me show you this before I know it. Y'all are texting and messaging. Someone for my birthday gave me one of these doilies, and I think it's such a sweet, um, and she's another client. Is someone at my door? Alright, if someone was at my door, alright. And then one of the block swappers sent me this, and if I don't have another Michelle sent me this, or somebody from the block swap sent me this, and they sent me these beautiful little towels that they crocheted the end of them. And that's sweet. And then, another block swapper sent me these. Her name, I think this is from Vicky. So sweet. And then on the blog swap, y'all have been wonderful to me. If you guys are here or gonna watch later, um, some of the sweet notes y'all sent me. This is my birthday card, a birthday sender. And then some of the notes y'all sent me are just the sweetest. Y'all are the kindest community of like y'all are so sweet. So they gave me this, and then a friend of mine, Charlotte, who's a block swapper, gave me these bags. And y'all don't have to ever give me anything. Like I have a lot. But she gave me this bags, and then she gave me this little bag. Her name is Charlotte. I think this idea, she uses a different lining. It's more of a vinyl, a thick vinyl. Let me show she even gave me this because I was like, "You know what? I wanna" she gave me that, and then what did she give me? Hold on, let me she gave me these little pin cushions. And then she gave me, like, this the neatest oil dropper for your sewing machine. Anyways, I thought that was sweet. Like, and it has, like, a little and I begged, "Can I have 2?" I'm so fat. As a matter of fact, I'm like, "I wanna" and they smell so good. They smell like roses. Um, but, like, these sweet little block swap the sweet community of the block swap have just been, like and then the cards I get, just guys are wonderful. So, y'all just great. Alright, let me read your comments so I can answer them if I need to while I'm doing show and tell. Y'all like, "She's doing show and tell, I thought she was gonna sew." I'm glad, Sandra, you're using a long arm. I really am. I'm happy for you. Okay, let me know when you send it, okay, Miss Mitchell? Linda. Hi, Linda. Yes, I think if you guys want me to do a video because, um, on me losing weight, I'll do a specific video on it. And the neat thing is if you do that zigzag kind of calorie counting, um, there's this really wonderful flexibility about it. And then also too, I still need to lose another it says for me to be at my health weight because before I was obesity number 2. Now I'm obesity numbered 1. Great. I moved down the hopefully I'll just be overweight down in a couple weeks or a couple months, and then hopefully I'll be back to normal. I've never weighed I think my daughter I have a daughter who was born and I weighed 220 when I had her, and, what else? What happened? It's neat to say that she's 27 now. Is she 27 now? Yeah, maybe she's 25. No, I think she's 25 now, 20 I don't know. She's and to say, I was at 220 when she was literally, I delivered her and it was at 220, and now I'm at right currently now I'm at 211. I'm still at a lot I have a lot of weight still, but from being at 259 at one time, and then before that, I was at 300 at one time, like, I weighed a lot, and that's before you guys ever saw my face on YouTube. This is when I was on YouTube and you didn't see my face because I had so much weight. Hold on. So let me go here. Let me answer y'all's questions. Also, too, um, one of the things I had to learn about losing weight is that the weight is not about the weight. It's about the way I coped about the way I dealt with problems, how I handled problems. I use food to cope with the problem, and it's really hard to learn how to cope with problems differently, in the sense of when a problem would arise, I would wanna go and binge and deal with it that way, like stuff it with food, and to unlearn that was really hard, and so anytime I have a problem, the first thing I wanna do is do that. Now I'm not doing that, and so what I started doing is if you're really frustrated or upset or angry about something or someone, just go for a walk and process it through walking before you go to the refrigerator. Just go for a walk. And I noticed when I did that, I found different ways to cope with my frustrations. And believe me, I know here y'all don't see them, but I have them. I have them a lot. And um, I have them a lot. I have a lot of people I'm kind of frustrated with currently because of how they behave. And anyway, but I'm really having to kind of manage how I cope and also to start speaking how I really feel, not hide about how I feel. Anyway, so those are things I'm working with. So if I'm upset about something, I voice it. Before I didn't say anything. Now I'm voicing it with a soft answer. Soft answer turns away wrath so that I could voice my feelings. And I think when I don't voice my feelings, there's something going on here, and then it makes me want to stuff the here. And so when I voice it, I get lighter. So those are also things I'm trying to deal with. But I'll talk about that more. Yes, I lost my Lily. Uncle Jojo, I lost my Lily. I was doing laundry today, and I'm cleaning the laundry room, and it was her room, and today I was crying, and I really don't cry a lot about her because she's just been such a treasure that God gave me. But I don't, but she usually like used to be like the project manager, like, why are you in my room? Why are you doing? Why are you moving the laundry baskets? You know that's my room, that's my space. And she would like watch me. And today when I was cleaning the room, I looked down to the corner where she'd be walking into the room, and well, I didn't see her, and it kinda, like, hit me, but yeah. But I love her, and, she gave me really great years. She really did. My Lily gave me some great years. I'm my husband says I can go get another dog, but I'm not gonna get one. I have enough with Cookie and that crazy Roxy and Little Blue, but I was gonna get another dog, but I never planned to have 4, ever. I only planned to have 2. And my husband said, "You need to get another dog so it could, um, keep Cookie going." And then, Roxy was such an annoyer. She's looking at me right now, that she was annoying the senior club because she was so young. So I got her a puppy so she'd have someone to play with at her age, which I got Blue. Now, if I would've gotten Blue, because she's so passive and so easygoing, um I currently would only have 2 right now, but let's see. Let me answer your questions. Oh, you gave away a serger? I've done that. Thank you for the happy birthday wish. Honestly, if you have something that you're not using, there's somebody out there that would probably treasure it. And like right now, I love my little featherweights and I love my collection of featherweights, but I was thinking of like letting them go because I'm not using. There's no way. Well, I have 5 of them because I got obsessed and I had to collect them and I had to have them. And but I know there's people out there searching high and low for a featherweight. Yeah, I have 4, and I gave 1 really cheap away. Well, I fixed it, but I called I it was an ugly little featherweight, and I did sell her really cheap, decently cheap. But yes, if you have something be willing to share it. Like, yeah. I remember when I was really young, the best thing that someone ever gave me was a sewing machine. That was the best thing. Can you imagine if that person didn't give me a sewing machine? I would never, sew as a business. I'd never have an embroidery, business. I would, because that's a different type of sewing machine. I would never I remember having a little sewing machine, then I bought me one, and then I got a serger, and then when I had the serger, I was, like, sewing stuff, and I would remember a mechanic asked me to sew him, like, those mechanic vests, and so I sergered it and he asked me for a whole bunch of pockets, and can you imagine? Yes, I have 5 of them. I have 5 families, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my I found them all on Etsy, and I hunted and bargained and grappled for them. But yeah, I have 5 of them. Yeah. They're all black, and they all have the Egyptian front. Yeah, I have 5 of them, and I don't use them, but they're like art decorations. No judging. So anyway, let me show you my block swaps. I finished all my block swaps. Mm, mm, mm. Isn't that fabric beautiful? I finished my block swaps, and then I already organized everybody's bins. So I have block swap 1, white background, and it's like a whole laundry container of it. And then I have 2 of them of the black background of the same flower, like this one, with a black background. And I have, what else do I have? I have them all sorted. I have the money that everybody gave me sorted so I could go buy the shirts. And I have, look, I asked, okay, I have a friend, Brittany, who I wanted her to do the block swaps, but she's not a sewer. And then I got sick, and we were going to have like a sewing day where me and my buddies were going to just sew together. I just got so sick, man. I've been sick before, but this kind of level of sickness was tormenting because I would be real sick for a couple days, then I would be completely fine, and I thought I was getting out of it, and then I'd get sick for another couple days. It was just the worst. And then after, I think someone said that maybe I had COVID, not just pneumonia, because after I got completely well lung-wise, I was so, tired, tired. So, a friend, Brittany, we were gonna have sew-in days and just get together. So, like, we're gonna be, you know, community of sewing, and, it just never worked out. So, I had a client come and I did a quilt for her, and she says that she wanted to do the block swap, so I gave her Brittany's spot because Brittany didn't have time. Anyway, well, my friend didn't have time, and I'm sure if I would have forced Brittany, my friend, to make time, she would have done it, but I didn't wanna put pressure on her. So, out of nowhere yesterday, 2 days ago, I sewed all my blocks, like, I had all my pieces, and I sewed them and got them done, and, I got them done. So the next day I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna grind it out. I'm gonna do, Brittany's and get Brittany's," and I was still gonna give Brittany her blocks. But this client who I forgot, and not only that, since I've been sick, I've been dumb. I've been dumb. You don't know about dumb, like dumb. And I'll share my versions of why I feel like I'm dumb. Not that I'm calling myself dumb. I just been like in a brain fog or like a weird dumbness. So the client called me yesterday and she finished all the blocks. Look at that. Look at that teal. And look at her fabric. Well, because she was my client and I gave it to her probably like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I did a quilt for her 2 weeks ago, and I gave her this teal, and I gave her this. I gave her the 2 I gave her some of the fabric because she had the background, but she didn't have some of this fabric, and I didn't want, because I'm, like, putting her on there to do it. Come on. You only have 2 weeks though. Yesterday, I completely forgot, so I was cutting all my pieces, like, I was that's why, hold on, let me see. And that's why you see this, you saw, how I was sorting the fabric? I went and I cut all my pieces to start doing these blocks, 'Cause I was like, "I don't care, I'll do them because then I'll have a white background quilt, black background quilt, and I'll have, this one, I'll have one of those, and I'm okay, then I can have 1 quilt of each that I've designed, and I can share those when I finish them," and anyway, and then she called me yesterday, she goes, "I finished the blocks," and I was like, "I forgot all about you." So, yeah. So, that well, I cut all the fabric for this. Let me read your guys' comments. So, the block swap is almost done. Let me see. My son got married. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so glad. Oh, maybe I should. No judging. And you know why I say that a lot? Because I had a lot of people judge me. A lot of people have judgment issues, like, um, no judging. I I don't wanna say this negatively about some people that have loved me. I've had people who have loved me and they say they love me, but they've, like, had something negative to say about everything I did. If I had my hair down, they said something negative. If I had my hair in pins, they said something negative. If I weighed 120 pounds and looked anorexic, I was still judged for how much I weighed. Like, so when I say no judging, because, I think some people, when they watch through the lens, um, they are, looking into your life, and because I'm opening the door, right, for you to look into my life, people think they have a right to have an opinion of how you're running your life, even though they don't truly know you and how you live your life, and that's why I have that, no judging. I should make a shirt. I should no judging. And then I would also say someone said that I should say gorgeous, like gorgeous. Isn't that fabric gorgeous? Or something else like, but yes, I do say no judging because, and to be honest, family, I've had a lot of family, and I come from a Mexican culture where it's full of people are very judgmental about, um I remember one of my family members one time saw one girl, and I don't think this is anybody's business, but I think it doesn't matter. I think we're all kind of, but I remember one family member was saying, "I think she's disgusting because I could see that her bra is discolored." That person had a very negative opinion because the bra, like, you saw a portion of the bra, and this person had a negative opinion of this person. She saw the bra and had a judgmental attitude, and I bet that person who had an old bra, a stained bra, a tarnished bra, right? Like a bra. No, like, if you see my bra, and it just, and anyway, the person who was wearing that tarnished bra probably didn't use bleach or didn't know how to use bleach, and this was a young person, and the person that was wearing this bra, to her, it was washed, it was clean, and yes, it's older, you're wearing an older garment, but the person literally was saying negative things just because, um, the bra the bra was tarnished, and that's, I want you to just know that that's the kind of family I came from where, like, you're judging somebody for the bra they wear. But yeah, that's why I say it. So I'm giving you like a little insight of like where, and honestly, because of that, I try to be the most unjudgmental person I can be until you cross me, until you do something dirty and ugly and wicked to me, then I will have a very negative opinion of you, but it's based on how you behave. So to me, behavior is more of a thing to look at than what someone's wearing. And then also too, let me share this story just quick. I was really young and I had 5 kids, and so my kids always had the best clothes. Well, they had the best. They had good clothes, they had good shoes, they had the good that I could give them, but that doesn't mean that I gave that to myself. So I remember, there was 2 people, and I love this moment, but it was such an ugly moment, but it was a wonderful moment. There was a girl who was going to my church, and I didn't care. Clothing is not a thing for me. I didn't care. So sometimes you see me wearing like whatever. I had a brown shirt, blue pants, and black shoes. Now, to me, those are all neutral colors. They all kind of go together. But this girl was sitting on a sofa and she starts laughing at me. She goes, "You're so stupid. You don't even know how to dress yourself." She goes, "You don't wear a blue brown shirt with blue pants and black shoes. Like, you coordinate, okay, whatever." So I stood there and she's like knocking what I'm wearing, but I'm wearing what I could afford at the time. And honestly, to this day, I could afford expensive clothes and I refuse to buy expensive clothes because I'm going to wear what I want and what I'm comfortable with. But anyway, she said that to me and I got really quiet and I looked at her and I got really quiet. Now, I want you to know that this person was a stripper. She was a drug addict at one time, but she stopped doing all that 'cause she started going to church. She was a stripper, a drug addict, and, she what else did she do? Uh, she abandoned her kids. I mean, she just did a whole bunch of dirty stuff, and she was straightening out, and I remember everybody was sitting at a table, like, judging her because she had a kid where, she did a DNA test on this and she took a guy to court, and she took 3 men to court to get the father's paternity, and all 3 men were not the father. So that means she had 4 men that she was or 5 or 6, I don't know, who cares? Doesn't matter, right? Who she was having sex with, and she didn't know who the father of the baby. Okay, so this is her in her life, this is her in her lifestyle. And she's judging me for wearing brown pants or blue pants with a brown shirt and black shoes. But this is what I think about God and how God is so good. I remember God saying to me in that moment when I got quiet and I looked at myself and I was like being really negative. I heard God say, "Lorena, I love the Holy Spirit. I love how God loves us." He says, "She thinks she's something. She thinks she's something important." And it's kind of, I don't want to say it negative. He goes, "She thinks she's something important, but she's not important to me." And I know he loves her, right? I know he wanted good for her, but in a way he was kind of saying something special to me regarding about her behavior. He goes, "She thinks she's something, but she's nothing." And then he said to me, "And you think you're nothing, but you're something to me." And from that moment, I think I started changing about how I saw people judging me because everybody's gonna judge you and see you how they see. And I love the way the Lord said, like, "I want you to see how I see you, despite how others see you. I want you to see you how I see you." And it was so pretty how here this person who had a screwed up life, and her life was a reflection of her disobedience, any type of disobedience, right? No moral structure. I wasn't even judging her. I wasn't even like mocking her, laughing at her, taunting her, telling her that she's a screw up. I didn't have nothing to say about her. I just wanted to help her. I wanted her to help her so I could, like, she could be okay. And yeah, she was judging me for like not matching my clothing. But I love the Lord. I love the way the Lord spoke to my heart. And I know He loved her. He had a lot of love for her too, but she couldn't even see beyond her like beyond herself, beyond. And I love that moment because from that moment on, it's what God said to me about me than what I said about me and not what other people said about me. So that's where the no judging comes from. Don't judge me because, yeah, I had a lot of it. So, let's see. So what did Wendy say? No judging. I'm gonna make it. I should make that my logo. No judging. This is a no judging zone. And also too, let me be honest. Hold on. I'm sorry about my dogs. Um, I've literally had to leave quilt shops. Um, I've had a lot of people just, and I think it's jealousy. I don't know. It's just jealousy. Um, I've had a lot of people literally lose it on me for something so stupid because I don't know. Um, I don't know. I went to a quilt shop just recently here in my neighborhood, and I had a lady literally, not the owner, but the owner was there. A lady was literally yelling at me, screaming at me in a class. Um, and I was like dumbfounded. I couldn't figure out what I did wrong. But what I got upset about is that the owner never stopped it. The owner never stopped her yelling at me. And I remember leaving there going, "What the hell just happened?" But I think she was mad because I don't know. I really don't know. I think some people just they're not happy and they lash out and they go crazy on somebody and they don't want to take responsibility for why they're where they're at. And so they see somebody have more than they have. I mean, I've literally had people judge me for having a long arm. I remember a lady telling me one day, "You'll never have a long arm because you're a stay-at-home mom and you're a Mexican." A year later, I had a long arm that was better than hers. And yeah, people will say some stuff that's really a reflection of themselves. But yeah, so just that's where no judging comes from. People would say dirty stuff. That's why on my YouTube channel, there's no any negative comment I delete right away. Right away. Yeah, sticking to hurt people, put down others to build themselves up and hide their own insecurity. Yes, you're right. It's true. And I love that little girl. I really love that little girl. I wanted the best for her. I wanted her to have the best life. I really did. Um, she had abandoned her both boys, and I remember too at this same time, she was still a stripper and she was trying to clean up, okay? And we were at a table, a whole bunch of church members, okay? Church people were the worst. There was a whole community of church members, and these church members were trying to like bring this girl in. Everybody was trying to bring this girl in, and they wanted me to talk to her. And when I went and I talked to her, I told her, I'm like, it's all up to you. It's all up to you what kind of life you want to live. Um, me having a relationship with God was been a blessing for me. It's given me purpose. It's giving me direction. Um It's been everything I've needed. God has been everything I've needed for me, and so I was just trying to share, like, I was lost and I was in a mess and everything. Anyway, we were sitting at a table and, like, one girl who I was at church she went to church with me, she brought up, "Well, who's the father of your children or your son?" And then the mother came in, she goes starts laughing, she goes, "She doesn't know who the father of her son is." And everybody starts laughing at this table towards this young girl. And I literally said, "Everybody needs to shut up about her. No one needs to know about her. Like, leave her alone." And I remember like shutting the whole table. Everybody just needs to shut up and leave this person alone. That's why she doesn't want to come to God. That's why she doesn't want to come to church because doesn't want to deal with you having an opinion of her life. And I remember the little girl thanking me for that. And I even shut her mother up. I said, "If you want your daughter to come into the things of God, you can't be laughing at her sin because it's her sin to live with. It's her sin to deal with. It's not yours to judge." Right. And her mother kind of like, "Oh." but I shut everybody up. But yeah, and I think maybe that's why she was that way about, like, I could control how I could dress. I can't control maybe how people see her. Maybe that's why she said what she said to me. But yeah, it was a lot of learning though. A lot of learning. But yeah. Yeah, let God bless you and let God take care of them. Well, honestly, God loves you. And I think that God doesn't judge us. He judges us. He disciplines us. Let me add that. But he's such a gentle judge. He's such a loving father. I was telling my daughter, because she was saying something about the way she saw God, that God's so judgmental and God's just wrathful. And I said, before you say that, you need that God, that everything about God is just love. Like love. Like he just loves us. I guess today I woke up today I woke up and I was really frustrated and I was like, well, Lord, you just love us. You love us. You just love us. You just love us. Despite us. You just love us. He just loves us. To the west. Yes. From the north into the east, he loves us. So I always talk I sometimes um like we all have negative talk, right? And I was like, God loves me. God just loves me. And that God just loves me. And that's what I just need to trust, that he just loves me. That and there's a scripture, everything works for good for they that love God according to his purpose. I was reading that last night. According to his purpose, he loves you. Everything works for good. Everything is working for your good according to his purpose. But sometimes I'm like, how was this good? How is this good? But then now I think about it, it was really good. Now that I'm on the other edge of the bridge and I see that I needed it. Like I've talked about like my husband losing his job and really struggling financially. I really needed to learn how to handle money right. I really needed to learn to be a saver. I really needed to learn some things that him losing his job could only give me. And at the time, it was really hard. And I think everybody sees the long arm, the laser, the good, right? But there's been a lot of hardships um, that people don't see. Like, I'm here on YouTube and I've been here since 2014. I have close to 24,000 subscribers, um, but it's literally been 10 years. And yes, everybody sees, oh, well, she has it. I still think I'm a very small channel in comparison to, 100,000 or whatever, 50,000 subscribers. But the truth is none of that matters. I think um, there is a lot of corrupted long arm YouTubers out here that have a high view count. As a matter of fact, I know one and I'm annoyed by her that she literally has conferences and sewing events, and people just love her and adore her. And she literally told one of my friends who I do work for, she told her, I hate people. And she hates people, but she'll take people's money. Like, that's like, and she has 50,000 or more subscribers. And I think, like, I don't know, that's kinda to me, that's a very warped person because you just I don't know. It's you want honor or you want power or you want, but you hate people, but you're willing to convince people to spend money on items you showcase. You're willing to have people come to your sewing events or to your things while you're there frustrated and hate them because they're on top of you, and but you wanted to be famous, So I think what matters is that, like, and I'm just sharing, YouTube is one its own beast. It's like a rat race. It's not gonna give you what you personally need, and, um, I've learned to just love what I'm doing and doing it because I love the people that I have to listen to me. I really love y'all. As a matter of fact, I'm excited about the block swap because I'm wanting to give, like, I think I'm gonna make keychains, and I want to, make, like, rulers, and I just wanna bless y'all, like, love y'all and bless y'all, and I think it's such a gift to be able to have a community of people wanna spend time with me, like, there's just something beautiful about that, and it's not necessarily about what I gain out of it, it's about what I give to the community, what I offer to the community. I have a family member who wants me to show him make him YouTube famous, TikTok famous. He wants me to and, um and I think he's a foolish person where it's about what he wants, not about what he has to offer, and I think YouTube, if you're gonna do content for others or for the community, have something to offer them and be proud of yourself. I am really proud of who I am here. I wanna cry because, like, I get a whole bunch of, the person who wants me to help him be famous on YouTube, he goes, "I wanna have sponsors. I wanna be sponsored. I wanna have sponsors and people, I wanna make money off of this bull crap. I wanna make money." And I'm real proud of myself because when I go on my email account, there's so many people who want to, like, I have one person, Factor, I think 75 Factor, it's a food thing. They want me to do a 1-minute short, and they're willing to pay me $500 for the video. There's another company that wants me to sponsor me, and they want a long-standing relationship. Whatever, man. They want it's a what is it? It's a quilting box. I don't know what company it is, but it's a quilting box, and this is how manipulative they are. They know I'm a quilting community. They know I'm a long-arm quilting fabric community, like, so they want me to make videos for them. So get you guys to buy the video, buy the product, and then it's a subscription, buy the monthly subscription. And I told them, okay, I will do a video. I literally said, I emailed them back. I go, here's the deal. I will do the video. Don't pay me anything. Don't pay me. I don't want your money. I go, because if I take your money, that means you have control. You take control. You can have control of what I say. You have control of my time. You have control how I edit. You have control over me. You control me. And I told them, what I'll do is send me the subscription. I will play with it. I will film it while I play it, film it, and I go, and I will post the video if I want to, and I will post my true, honest opinion of it if I want to. And guess what? They never sent me the box because they want to take control of what you spent years building. And there's this person who literally is sponsored everywhere, but she used other content creators to get her channel going, and she doesn't care. She's for sale, I guess. She's for sale. Her value is money. Her value is her value is money. She didn't even care, but I'm really proud of that. But you're gonna have to. But I think that's what your YouTube channel should be. What you have to offer your people. But YouTube is its own monster. So let's see. What I found, let me see. Hold on. Hopefully nobody comes. Just June, I love you, just June. I love your comments. Let me read some of your comments. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. Thank you for giving me thumbs up, but y'all don't have to. Thank you for subscribing, but y'all don't have to. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna be here regardless. You're gonna see me like an old lady with white hair. Hello, everybody. This is Lorena. Yes, I'm gonna be here whether you watch me or not. That's what I decided to do. Um, yeah, be careful out there. Like, really be careful with who. And be careful who you watch. I think, and I understand it's a business, right? I get it. I understand it's a business, but I also think that YouTube is a very manipulative business. Meaning, so there's this girl, she does furniture, and I love watching her. She does, she restores furniture, and I just love watching her. And and I understand. Okay, so this is this part of it. I went to see a friend the other day, and she bought herself a small um, frame for long arming so she can long arm her own little quilts. And she's sewing on a sewing machine, but this, and she has a sweet little room. She doesn't have a lot of fabric. She doesn't have a lot, right? But this is her start. This is her start. And I started just like her. I started just like her. Some of you are just barely coming into quilting and you're just starting. You're just starting to get fabric. You're just starting to figure out what you ruler you like. You're just starting to figure out what sewing machine you're really enjoying. You're just starting. I mean, the first sewing machine I used was like a 1970 sewing machine that was like a full metal machine, and it was a mess. But you're just starting, and where I'm at is I've been doing this for 20 years, so I'm long, those starting days are over with, right? I have a lot of machines, and that's why, like, I'll have a whole bunch of like rulers and things and stuff, and I love blessing piecers who are just starting. And I go, this is my favorite roller. This is my favorite rotary. This is my favorite scissors. This is my favorite thing. But I think what happens with YouTube, it's someone's just starting and they're starting small and then they grow. And it's a blessing when people send you stuff like Amazon, someone bought them, they have an Amazon wish list, and someone from their viewers bought them they're like a sander, or they bought them filters, or they bought them, and honestly, YouTube, if you're an unloved person in your family and you're unloved in your life, you've been unloved, YouTube is such a wonderful place to find people that are you, kind of like a you, they're you, and who are like sad like you, lost like you, struggling like you, trying to figure out your way, and almost you get emotionally attached to the person that when you just want to love them, you just want to love them. And so I see these people getting a whole bunch of free stuff from the people, their wish lists, and now you see this person has like a mansion house. You see this person has like the like top line uh sander. You see this person have like abundance, but they still have that mind of taking and being takers. And I think that for me personally, like you've seen me grow, you've seen me, I don't even know, you've seen me maybe at one time only have one embroidery machine. Then I got into the having two. You guys have seen me have my long arm in my prayer room where it was dark, and you guys would watch me when I was quilting for clients then. And then you guys have seen me like renovate my back house, and now I have a back building that's beautiful and renovated. Before it was a trashed up dump, and you see me restore that. And some of the money that I got was from some of the YouTube. Like I remember at the time when I was restoring the back house, someone my one of my channel my videos kicked off, and I got 49,000 views off of that video, and I made $1,000 that month. Now let me just say that's not what I make on YouTube at all. I don't make very much on YouTube, but there is a different way, another different way of making money on YouTube is I've had a lot of wonderful clients here. One of them is Ms. Mitchell, Rebecca. That was a year when I was buying the laser. She was sending me quotes every month. She was sending me quotes all the time, and because she was giving me work, I was able to renovate the. No, I think I was able to buy the lasers. That's but I've found some beautiful quilts. Another one is Susan. She watches me on YouTube. She would send me like 7 quilts, and So on top of the quilting, I also have this beautiful community of YouTube watchers who wanted to trust me to long arm their quilts. Okay, so you see the prosperity, right? But then now in my heart is like, I'm thankful for all the prosperity, but I want to give back. And I think that's what YouTube should be about. And you guys like sending me the like Miss Mitchell, she knew I love dash hounds and she made me like these little dash hound bowls. And I love those bowls. I like but I love her. I love her just being part of my life and just considering me. But I think YouTube can become a very give me, give me, give me, give me, give me, give me kind of content creator. And I think that's what can make you very dangerous if you don't, hey, no, if you don't stay focused on why you're personally here. And me personally, the block swaps, you guys are so hard on yourself, like, you guys panic, like, "Oh my god, I don't wanna mess up with Lorena," and you got like, did I mess up? Please, and I'm like, "Y'all fine. Y'all are fine. We'll figure it out." But I know maybe a different content creator would be like, "Oh, these people don't do this. Oh, these people are ooh." They're just grinding about how people whatever it is. But to me, it's just sewing. It's just sewing, and it's just an opportunity for me to really wanna love y'all and not life is hard. Like, life is hard, like, being sick is hard. Did you know Donna Jones from yes, I don't know them, but hold on, let me see what okay, let me read y'all's comments. Sorry, I promise I'm not greasy. Wrestling intensive care. Um, thank you for loving my channel. Thank you for taking time. Do you like this kind of content where I sit and just open my heart and say, "Here I am, I love you people," or do you like, "Let me show you my quilting"? What do y'all like? Maybe you like both. You're pretty new to my channel. Okay, Sandra Campbell, hopefully I say your name. A block swap is where, um, I found well, 12 people from YouTube came to my Lorena's Quilting Facebook group, and they each pick a color. So, for example, um this person did aqua. They picked aqua, or I gave her the color aqua. But let's say this another person picked purple. So what I did is I designed, I think, um, 2 quilting designs, and one quilting design had 3 different backgrounds. And so everybody in a group of people said, "I wanna do the white background group." And then another person in another group and so let me just explain it. There's 12 people in one group, and in those 12 people, I had them pick a color. So one person picked purple, another person picked teal or aqua, another person picked red, and everybody I gave them a list of specific colors. So once you have your specific color, you did 12 blocks. So this is Susan's blocks. She did 12 of these. 12. Literally, there's a stack of 12. Okay. And what you do, and the reason it's called a block swap is I have 12 people who give me 12 sets of these, and they all have their color, they all have their fabric choice. Like this is a fabric choice. She could have also done it like differently. Like, okay, I think this is a different, this is teal. Then you could have like aqua. Okay. So all these people that were part of one group did each 12 blocks of the same exact block. Then what they did is they're sending me all their blocks. So Clarissa's here, and then there's a Sandra here and Aubrey. They're here. They're part of the block swap. They each did their blocks from their group and they sent them to me. So when I get all 12 people, all 12 of you, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna give Clarissa, one of a pink, one of a blue, one of a green, one of an orange, one of a brown, one of a gray, one of a red, one of a pink, and she's gonna have be from her group, they all have a color specifically to them, and they're gonna get 1 block of every person in their group, and that's why it's called a swap. So, for example, this is 1 set of blocks, and then there's another set of 12 blocks. So this person's gonna get 1 of this one, and 1 of this one, and 1 of a red one, and 1 of an orange one, and they're gonna get 12 blocks. I am the administrator of this event, and so I am the organizer of this event, like, I'm organizing the whole thing, and so for you to do a block swap, I charge them $10 so that I can go to this T-shirt company and buy every member of that group, which is 12 people, a shirt, and then I'm going to I'm gonna cut and heat press something very special on the shirt that shares with them this event. I'm also going to probably make rulers. I have thimbles. I have some members got their blocks done very early. Like if you were the first person to do your block of the group, I think I'm going to send them. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna send them. I have thimbles that I've made. Thimbles, where are you? And I'm so disorganized right now because I'm so organized on the block swap. Okay, so I'm gonna give them different groups are gonna get different things. They're all gonna get specifically a shirt, but some groups are gonna get uh, a leather thimble. I made this corset thimble. Hopefully nobody shows up. Some of them are gonna get like I made this corset thimble. I love these corset thimbles that I created. It's a corset thimble. Which finger can I put it in? This is a corset thimble. It's leather, it's stained, and it has a color. I may I have a whole bunch of them that I made. So one group, I may give all of them a thimble. In another group, I may give them a ruler that I created. It's called and I need to find it because I made a whole bunch. Um, it's a binding ruler that I created that I put away somewhere and I can't find. Some people wanted me to, instead of sending them a shirt, but I'm still gonna send them a shirt. If I could send them a ruler, if I can send them something that they could use for quilting. Some of them I'm gonna send to another group because I have 4 groups. Another group, where are you? See, this is my corset thimble that I've used all the time. I love this thing. I love what I made. And I made this with my laser. I love this thimble. And it's a thimble for binding. Some people, I'm going to give a little box, but I'm going to change the top and I'm going to put their name on it. And what I love about this box, it's a bobbin box. Isn't that beautiful? So I may make a couple boxes, and the ones that brought their stuff first, or I got their item first, and I also wanted to do something special for the group, the whole group that finished all their blocks. That means getting 12 people to get all their blocks done in one shot. The first group that does that, that's full, like I got their block, everybody's block swaps. I got everybody's sets of blocks. I was going to do something just independently for them, for that group, because I want to give back. I want to give back. I want to give back somehow. So I have a whole bunch of these. I love this cutter. I love this. Now, for them to be part of the block swap group, I asked them, it's not expensive. I asked them to give me $10 so that I could have the money to buy the shirt and buy vinyl to heat press the shirts for them. But also to, I may even have leftover money with that little leftover money to get materials for me to make those little boxes or for me to make the leather thimbles, for me to do something to give back to them. Excuse me. So I have 4 groups. I started this January 25th, and it's going to end. I'm supposed to have everybody's blocks with me currently by March 25th. And then I asked for 2 weeks to get everything ready, like the shirts done, and then ship everybody's blocks back to them. So when this person gets their blocks back, they're gonna get a purple one, they're gonna get a teal one, they're gonna get a yellow one, they're gonna get an orange one, and they're gonna get a block, 1 block of all their people that were in their group. And then I'm gonna write them a letter letting them know, 1 container, I have a container that has all the white background, because this is the white background group. I was going someone asked me a question about it, because I have these containers full of boxes and bags, and they're like, "What the hell's going on in your laundry room?" And I have it in my laundry room so no one touches it, okay? No one needs to know. And I told him, "Well, one of these this block comes from Cibolo, from no, these blocks come from New Braunfels." I was looking in one of the bins, one of the containers, the shipping box was from California, one was from Round Rock, Texas, another one was from Nebraska, from Atlanta. So then I'm gonna write a letter and put it in everybody's package saying, "You are getting blocks um, from Texas, from Nebraska, from California." There's also a Canadian who's doing the block. I She didn't want I it was supposed to be all in the United States, but she wanted to do it and I wanted her to do it. And so I gave her the pattern probably like 3 weeks earlier so she can send me the blocks because we didn't know how long it'd take to send them back for me to get them. And she sent them back to me, and she also added quite a bit of money because apparently shipping to Canada is expensive for me to ship it back to her. And she was okay with paying extra shipping. So if you do the block swap, you have to pay for shipping, ship it to me plus return shipping, and then you have to pay $10 to participate. And the only reason I did the $10 is not because I want y'all's money, is so that I could pay for the shirts for 48 people and and pay for the vinyl for their color. And so that I hope I answered the block swap question. Now, some people were real sweet. There's a couple people that are not answering or not responding that I haven't heard anything. They're quiet, but there's some wonderful people who've been doing the block swaps that they want to do another set and they're willing to like hustle and get another set done so that the group is full, which means they would get 2 sets. Now, with these blocks, the whole set of blocks, I'm creating a pattern for them to make the quilt top, and they will be the only ones. If you participate, you will get the pattern. If you wanted the pattern separately, I'm gonna sell the pattern on Etsy. But because you participate in the block swap, the patterns are free, and my patterns, I sell them on Etsy for $5, so it's real cheap. Um, and what else? I did 2 pattern designs, and so you get a free pattern, and you got to pick the pattern you wanted to do. Everybody picked black and white. I had a gray group, but no, not everybody wanted to participate, so I didn't have enough people to do 12. Um, But people who do 2 sets, then they have 2 quilt tops they could finish, which that's what happened to me last year. Some people, like, bailed, and I had to do 2. Alright, thank you for watching me. Alright, so, Sandra, I hope I explained it. That's what a block swap is. And, I used to be a different content creator years back. I used to be more of a, I would sew piecing projects. I have videos where I would sew patches on jackets. I used to do a lot of heat press vinyl and embroidery work. I used to do a lot of different work. Some of that work kind of slowed down, so I don't film a lot of that work. And I predominantly became my business and long run quilting really just kind of took off. And so um, my content kind of changed that way. But I've done the block swap in 2014, I believe. 15? I don't remember. I did also a block swap, which was one group. And what happened in that group is I paid for all the return shipping and I paid for the shirt and the vinyl. But it was one group. It was only 12 people. So I was like, okay, but it was a lot. Paying for shipping for everybody was a lot. For 12 people was a lot. So the next year I did it, I had 3 groups, I believe, of, black background, gray background, fabric, and gray, and I had 36 people participate, and this was in 2018, I believe, through 2019. No, maybe not. This was around COVID, so I ended up having a lot of people kinda drop out of the group, which was really hard, and then I had to find other people to do extra blocks so that I could get the group full, and then I ended up doing 2 different groups. Um, I believe a lot of people the rule was you had to pay me for shipping back to return ship your packages back, so I didn't have to pay the brunt of it. Um, a couple people didn't pay me, which is okay. And well, maybe 1 or 2 as a matter of fact, there's a lady who says, "I think I owe you money from the last block stop." And I was like, "It's okay, it's not that big a deal." Like, paying for 1 or 2 people to ship someone's items is not that bad, but it can be a pain. Well, it's like, maybe you can get it like $10, $15, and doing that like 4 or 5 times, it gets expensive. So, this year, everybody had to do return shipping, and I asked everybody if you participate, and this is why I added the $10 fee, because I wanted to add the fee to make it like you have to pay in. Not that I want your money. I think when you invest money in something, you're more serious to accomplish it and you will do it because you don't want to lose money. I think that's my thought. And so, and honestly, I'm really bad. Okay. People were willing to send me money ahead of time. I'm like, "No, just send it with your blocks. It's good." But people who joined this year, I think they kind of knew what they were getting into, like, "Okay, if I do this, I have to pay $10, and then if I do this, I have to buy fabric to create the blocks, and also if I do this, I have to pay for shipping and return shipping." So, but it's been a great group. You guys have been great, all of you. Some of you worry a lot, and, but you guys have been wonderful. So one lady said, "I think I forgot to send you money." And I'm like, "Well, you sent me $10. If you want, I'll use that $10 to return to pay your shipping." So some people haven't paid me the $10, but they paid for the shipping. And then some people paid for the shipping and then didn't pay for the $10. And it's either way, it's gonna be fine. Like I'm gonna figure it out. Um, but I told one lady, "If you want, I'll use the $10 just to ship your package back, and I'll send you something small, something different. I'm still gonna send you something, but maybe not a shirt. Maybe something maybe something, um, that's just as good, but not gonna cost me as much. Because I think the shirts cost, like depending on where I go, especially the size, I think they cost, like, 5 or $6, and then the vinyl costs a little bit. I think the vinyl a half a vinyl sheet cost me like 3 or $4. It just depends, it doesn't matter. It'll all go in the wash. Let's see. Yes. Everybody's real sweet. Thank you for letting me I'm trying to be really down to earth. And honestly, when you see me, I finished sewing my oh, my first sewing machine was a 1970 Kenmore. Yeah. I had a green one. I don't know. Yes, it was a Kenmore, but it was a lime green, weird lime green. Did you know Donna Jordan's from Jordan Fabrics? No. Um, I don't, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch other sewing content creators at all. One, I don't want to mimic what they do at all. Um, because I have a thing where I'll watch somebody and then I kind of like take their slang somehow. I don't know if y'all do that. Um, yes, panhandlers. Yes, buy me coffee, PayPal me, Venmo me. Isn't that annoying? There's a pile of girls you want. Thank you. Oh, yes. There's this girl I was watching, and I don't know if she's still there. Sometimes I watch this lady, Joy. "Hello, I'm Joy." And she laughs. Joy. What's her name, Joy? Anyway, her and I have grown our channel the same, like, the same, and honestly, she has a really great viewership, but what I liked about her is she made me laugh. That's what I liked about her. And sometimes her content was stupid, like, not that she like, it was interesting to me, but because she made me laugh, I hung in there with her. You know what I mean? She made me laugh. And then she would share, like, "I have to do this, and this is what's going on in my life," and I just kinda like watching her because she was funny. But I really am the kind of person that wants to watch content creators that, there's a content creator, what is it? Her name is Rachel, and I love watching her because I like how she thinks. She literally did a video game, played a video game, and from the video game, she took a snapshot of a person in the video game and then tried to recreate the clothing from that person's from that video game snapshot. I thought that was genius. Genius. Just genius. But I do not watch, to be honest, I do not watch anybody who does what I do in any way. And one of the reasons is and I'm going to share what I've seen out there. I know Missouri Star Quilting, they're wonderful. But I've noticed, like, let's say Missouri Star Quilting did a panel, a tree panel, and they created this tree panel and they made it into a quilt top. Then I would see other content creators in that same field, right? In that same field. Literally the next week, guess what they were sewing? Tree panels. Man, they were sewing and they were copying Missouri Star Quilting because Missouri Star Quilting has a huge following. And so and you could see like this weird mimicking and these people, content creators, they watch a lot of them were watching me when I was coming up. And I have binding without binding, and then I have some tricks that I figured out on how to sew binding together because I had a really hard time doing it. And it was so frustrating because here I barely had maybe 2,000 subscribers. I had very small view count, and some of these people who had probably like 28,000 subscribers got my video, watched my video, and copied what I did almost word for word and put it on their channel. And I literally messaged the person and was so discouraged for that because, like, I was nobody, and I'm still nobody, you know what I mean? I was nobody, and taking my content and putting it on your channel because you can't think for your own damn self is so rude, I feel. But she just took it, and I messaged her and I said, "I always used to love watching you, but now I found out that you're a thief." And it's just kind of discouraging to see that kind of stuff. And I also saw other content creators because they saw me having a long arm. They went and bought a very cheap long arm, which is okay. You could use a really cheap long arm and really do great quilting. I'm not saying about that, but because they saw that I had higher view counts on long arm quilting, they went and purchased a long arm and they wanted to start doing content on long arm quilting and they started kind of mimicking what I was saying because they were watching my channel. And I think that's so corrupt because there's some videos that I've done. One of my favorite content creators was Sharon Chamber. She's an award-winning quilter, and one of the things she talked about is using Elmer's glue with the with a little oil port holder. Hold on, hopefully I have one. Maybe not. And, I remember doing a video, but I used a glue stick. I didn't use the oil droppers that she used. I used a glue stick, and I told everybody I got this idea from Sharon Chamber. Like, I really tried to, um, give honor and respect to the person who thought it first. As a matter of fact, right now on YouTube, on TikTok, which is annoying, and one of the words that I should put I Frankenstein that, or I'm a Frank because the Frankenstein batting. I Frankenstein batting, guys. that's mine, but I'm not gonna go and pay for the ownership of that word, Frankenstein batting or cat scratching, those are my words, or, no judging, but, like those little kind of, in personal kind of commentaries or wording that I use. Literally on TikTok, there's a YouTuber, no, she's a content creator on TikTok, and she uses my verbiage, and I and it's okay. It's just who cares? Like, really, who cares? But I feel like, you should give Lorena credit for the idea of Frankensteining batting. Like, there's, what is it? Jamie Madison. Oh, I love her quilting. Y'all probably love her quilting. Jamie Madison, and that's why I say it doesn't matter the value of your long arm because she uses a white long arm. What is it? It's a different type of long arm. It's not a very expensive long arm. It's a good long arm machine, but it's not expensive like mine. Um, she makes the most beautiful quilting, and she used to have this ruler. It's a flat ruler, and it had an angle hold on it, and it was her design. It was her ruler. She had a laser do for her. And there's a company out here who has taken her ruler and literally copied their rulers based on her ruler. And he does not give credit to Jamie Madison for that ruler design. And it's out there. But I love Jamie Madison because she literally says, um, maybe you'll give me credit for copying my work, and I think that's true out here. But there's large content creators that specifically copy smaller content creators and use their stuff, and I think that's when I had that happen to me, I literally wanted to stop doing YouTube because I didn't know that people would pirate your content, and that's why I refused to watch. I love at the time, I used to love watching, Missouri Star Quilting. I used to love watching what is her name? I don't watch her anymore. Her name is Hello, Crafty Quilty Friends. What is her name? She's real sweet. I don't know. And I think also too, who what I found is some content creators, what I found because I go to the Houston Quilt Show all the time. What you see on screen is not who they are in person, and this is why sometimes I don't watch quilting content creators because, they'll present themselves in some way, and I've literally come up to some of those content creators, and I'm so excited, like, "Oh my god, I watch you all the time. You're like, oh, you're my family, right? You're my friend." And then when I went up to one of them, and they're like, "Get away from me." And they shunned me, and I was so mad that at that point, I went home and unsubscribed to them, and to this point, I will never, ever watch them again. But then that keeps me in mind that if you ever meet me, I'll hug you. I'll bless you with a keychain. I will give you something. I will bless you. I literally, when I go to the Houston Quilt Show, I laser a whole bunch of stuff. I do a whole bunch of things. And if I find somebody comes and says hi to me, I literally will hug you and talk to you and make you laugh and make you crack up. And then I will bless you with a gift that I've made or something because I want you to know that who you see me here is who I am really out there, but that's not the truth in the YouTube, um, community. But let me look at your questions. Yeah, and also watch people who give you, uh, Miss Lonica. Ask Lonica, she knows me. Yes, Miss, Rebecca, I had her come to my home, and honestly, one day I'm gonna go visit you, for real. And you wanna love people, guys. If you're gonna do a content, love people. I would love to join the next Block Swap. I'm from California. I would love to have you do another Block Swap. I am having so much fun with these Block Swappers. I'm seriously, you guys have been so fun. Sometimes I message you guys, my block swappers, current block swappers. I message them at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're probably like, "What the hell's wrong with her?" Because I'm a I'm a night owl. No, I'm not a night owl. That's not true. I'm trying to change it. I'm trying to fix it. But I literally will stay up all night. I'll stay up at night. You will fill in if okay. I will have you filled in. You guys are up. I was gonna do a live stream yesterday, on TikTok. 'Cause I what yes, Monday. Monday, I was so mad at myself because I wasted the whole day and I didn't get anything done and I was mad. So one of the things I did is I stayed up and I finished all my I finished, meaning I had all the pieces together, like I had all the half square triangles, I had the like 4 patches done, I had everything done, and I had maybe 4 blocks done. And then, so I stayed up till 5 in the morning sewing, and I was gonna do a live stream on TikTok, but you should have seen me. My hair looked frazzled. Like right now, you see me, I don't have makeup on. And when I don't have makeup on, people think I'm tired. And but YouTube, TikTok is weird. When you do live stream with them, um, especially at 3, like you have perverted men on TikTok looking, and then there's a whole bunch of perverted women who are doing TikTok videos that late to get them to go to somewhere else so that they could watch them and pay for them to go nude or something. So it's kinda like a raunchy, weird kinda group on TikTok. Sometimes it's kind of like not so I was gonna go live, and then I was like, "You know, meh, don't do that." But then I was gonna go live here on 3 in the afternoon, and I go, "You know, Lorena, I don't think it's good for you to keep people up at 3 in the morning or for them to get notified because your phone will bing at you and notify you that Lorena is up at 12, 3." Well, one time, I was trying to figure out one of my laptops, how to set up, and by accident, I started a live. And then I turned it off and I panicked, and then I'm like, "You look stupid." So then I went live and I had a night group, but what I wanna do is on my switcher, I could literally get your phone connected to the switcher, and I could put your face and have a group of people sewing with me at night and do a live that way, but I thought that was just I don't know, that could be a bit much. It could be a bit much, guys. You've been with me in the night, yes. Um Hi, Brandy. How are you? Nice to meet you from India. Yes. You guys are just fun. I hope you guys kind of like this kind of content. It's a little bit more down to earth. Or do you guys like, because I could bring the swisher down here and you get to see this and see this and see this. I know there's a girl, her name is not so Spargo, but she's famous in the quilting community. She's a white lady with short hair. I know she does lives where she does sew-alongs. So I was thinking that that would be fun to do a sew along, but my thing is, like today I was gonna do a sew along. It's not working for me because I wanna answer your questions and talk to y'all. But hold on, my son's coming, okay? So we've been here for a long time. I don't want to keep your time any longer, but please comment. Please subscribe if you want to. And then I will come back. I'm going to do another live stream because I have a quilt that I want to finish that I'm going to donate. Do y'all like those videos where you get to switch the camera, or do you like this one-on-one? Do you like this kind of just you and me share my heart and me share my stories? What do y'all like? Tell me. I want to know. So yeah, y'all well, you're doing good. I love automated quilting, don't you? You like both? All right, I'll do both. Sometimes I think you guys are bored, kind of just sitting here, but I don't know. I like this time too because sometimes I like I liked my first live streams because I would share intimate, personal things and share my heart with y'all, like I did a little bit today. But yeah, whatever is easy, this is the easiest. Sitting here and doing nothing but talking to you is the easiest. But I think it's the least entertaining. But I really do love the long arm quilting where you could see different views. And also, too, here, you could just see a dark room. And look, there's a mess there. And well, I'm not going to show you my messes. No judging. I'm gonna make a shirt. And honestly, message me on Messenger and I'll make you a shirt since I'm gonna be making shirts. Or maybe when I do, would you guys like on the block swap? No judging. No, I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I really have a beautiful design that I'm gonna put on those shirts. Last year, when the year I did a shirt, um, I love roses because God touched my life with a rose. And so I, in the rose was the symbol of how God loves me or how God loves us. And so everybody's shirt had this big, beautiful rose and it went down and it was, what is it? The color, the vinyl that I used was glitter vinyl, was the best shirt ever. Amen. Thank you for being here. Seriously, and I hope you love your channel. I don't wanna see your sewing loft. Is it a mess? I would love to see it. You can share. I won't share with the world. Promise. Um, I think when you're sewing or being creative, you make a mess, right? You like the sitting and chatting? I'll do those too. If you guys I kind of stop. I kind of like doing those because I think I share a little bit more of like why I do some things. And then but yeah, I just want to be when you guys see me, I want you to see me. Like who I am now is who you'll see me when you see me. And if you see me, I want you to like say hi to me. Like I'm really down to earth. I will hug you. I will hug you and bless you and celebrate you. Someone goes, "Oh, this is fun. I'm gonna share this." Where did I see this person? I don't remember. This person, it makes me smile. This person goes, "Oh my god, it's you." And I go, "Oh my god, it's you. You're a subscriber. Oh my god, I don't get to see a lot of you, but you're here, a subscriber, a viewer, someone who loves me. Oh my god, I love you too." Because I get to meet you in person, right? She just kind of like, if you too. It was so fun, and I hugged her, and I'm like, "I'm so glad you watched me, and I'm so glad I get to meet you, cause I don't get to meet you guys." Yes, you watch me, you know my life, you see who I am, you just, um, like, you guys know my Lily, you know Cookie, you know my Gary. You guys know me, right? But I think it's so neat when I get to meet y'all and just say hello and greet y'all, and I really am appreciate I really do appreciate everything that I really do appreciate that you took time to spend with me, and I do appreciate that you take time to participate in a block swap. This is exciting to me because I was just a mom of 5 kids, and someone and God blessed me with the long arm. That's all I was, a mom of 5 kids, and that was my whole life, and almost like because I'm here with y'all, I get to kind of leave my life and just be something bigger than just a mom, and I'm not disqualifying being a mom, but being Lorena to you. You know what I mean? I'm Lorena to you. I'm a person. I'm not a mom to you. I'm Lorena to you. And so I just really do like love that. But she was so excited. Hello from Colorado. Thank you for saying that. Sometimes I'm not. Thank you for saying I have a sweet spirit. We give glory to the Lord Jesus for that because if you would have met me before and we call that person Lori Wilkins, she was horrible. She needs prayer. I remember one lady, and I'm going to tell you just real quick and then I'm going to let you go because my son is here. A long time ago, God, um, and it's shameful, but it's honest, and it's who I was. I remember a lady at the gas station one time look at me, and I used to be really thin, and I used to have like I'm still really pretty, but I was really thin, and I was a very angry person. And I think I've shared this before. Um, I used to have problems like women looked at me with jealousy, and men looked at me with lust. So when people would look at me, they would there's either I had two things. If I walked in a room and a woman had a boyfriend, the first thing she did is looked at me and then looked at her husband to make sure he wasn't looking at me. And if I walked in a room and a man was there, they would look at me like I was something they could violate. It was weird the way people behave with me. And I think maybe that's why I like being overweight. I don't Women don't hate me and men don't look at me. So being obese is a blessing to me. But now it's affecting my health. So that's why I'm having to deal with it. But anyway, so I was real thin. I was very athletic. I was a runner. I used to be like an aerobics instructor. Like I had, the Jane Fonda body, that kind of. And I remember at a gas station, this woman staring at me, and she was staring at me. And I know she was a Christian woman, but at the time when she was staring at me, I looked at her and I cussed her out. I said, "What the F is your problem that you're staring at me, you mother effer?" Like, I blew into her. And that was the first thing she saw. I was beautiful. I was beautifully fit, but some, I was ugly. Okay. To be honest, I was ugly. And I remember she looked at me, went, huh? And she just looked and turned down and walked away from me. And I honestly think this lady prayed for me. She went in her car and prayed for God to help me. And I remember going in my car, and for the first time in my life, I felt this peace that I've never felt ever. Never felt ever. And I think because of her prayer, I started looking for God. And I think because of her prayer, I went to church. And I never saw her again. Isn't that crazy? How somebody can impact your life and you were ugly to them. You were horrible to them. And so if I have a pretty spirit, I'm thankful for her praying for me. So now sometimes people will go crazy at me, and I go, huh? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna pray for you. And I'm gonna pray for you to have peace. I'm gonna pray for you to be loved. I'm gonna pray for you to be of good courage. I'm gonna pray for you to be okay. But yeah, she prayed for me. And I think after that week, because of the peace I felt in my car, like minutes later after that, I started going to church. But yeah, so if I have a pretty spirit, it's because someone prayed for me. And so if you know ugly people in your life, pray for them. You may be the one that changes their life. And honestly, um, she could have cussed me out. She could have told me off. She could have pulled my hair. And I probably deserved it. But instead, she just went in her car. She didn't say one word to me. But what I think happened is God told her to look at me. You need to pray for her. You need to pray for her. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Sorry. Uh, Sorry. Because she had a hard childhood. She came up from a hard life. And I think he had her look at me because I needed that prayer. And so, to this day, I thank the Lord for her prayer because her looking at me, literally, I cussed her out. I went crazy at her. I went crazy at her because I was tired of people uh, looking at me, women judging me that I was going to take their men, and men judging me because they wanted to have sex with me. It was just such a weird time. I was young. I was in my 20s. And yeah, she prayed for me. Isn't that beautiful? She prayed for me. And so I know I have I have ugly members of my church. They used to go to church and they're just ugly. And it's hard for me to pray for them. But she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She prayed for me. So I just want you to like but she changed my life. I sit and I think about it. Like now I go to church, now I read my Bible, now I pray and I ask God to help me to be just a little bit like her. Because sometimes uh I don't want to be like her. I want to be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, let's play. Sorry, but that's the truth. Let's play. Let's let's do the rumble. But so yeah, I want you just I hope that encourages you. Just pray for the ugly people. Um, because maybe you could be the one that changes their life. Because one person changed mine, and they really changed my life. They really changed my life. I think she probably said, "You need Jesus, girl. You need Jesus Christ in your life. You need Jesus. You crazy." Like you're angry because you don't have Jesus. You're bitter because you don't have Jesus. You're hateful because you don't have Jesus. She probably like left her. Lord, this girl needs Jesus. You need to save her. Like, look at how she behaves in the streets. Yeah. So I just want to tell you I love you. Okay. Like I really love you guys in the Lord, and I thank you for spending time with me. And it's not about quilting. It's not about sewing. It's not about anything. I just want you to know that if you're out there and you're struggling, I just want you to know that Jesus just loves you. He loves you. He loves you. And take it from somebody that wasn't loved um, the way she should have been. And I found Jesus' love. I found Jesus' love for myself, and He's really loved me. But I don't want to keep you as late. Y'all been here for a while. I appreciate you and start crying. Girl, she needs to be strong. She needs to be proper. No, I'm never, never. But I do appreciate you being here with me. And if anything you get out of my life is that um, I really do love the Lord in my life. And He's been the best thing in my life. I remember a preacher said one time, I found the love of God. And when I found the love of God, I gave everything. And I remember sitting in that church pew saying, oh, hell no, I'm not giving up nothing. Never again. No, I don't need to give up nothing. And then, but it got my heart. Like that, what kind of love is that, that you're willing to surrender everything? What kind of love is that? And then, because, I had the love of a man that was, it falls short, and you have a love of children that sometimes their love is selfish, and then you don't even love yourself sometimes, and then you have people who say they love you but they take advantage of you or use you, or they don't love you the way you need to be loved, right? It's all out there, right? And I remember asking God, I want to know your love. I want to know your love. And one day He showed me His love, and from that day on, it's true, I gave everything up for Him, and it's been the best thing. Because for if you would have known me, Lori Wilkins never wanted to have children. Lori Wilkins never wanted to do anything but be, I don't know, I didn't have no hopes and dreams. And He gave me some. So I want to thank you for being here with me. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for everything. Thank you for just your comments. I love you in the Lord, and I'll talk to you later. Because we've been here for forever. We're almost here for 2 hours, peeps. 2 hours. I love you. Thank you for everything, okay? Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this live. I'm sorry. I look like an old lady and I look like I'm crying. But I was. Have a wonderful day, okay?